What is going on, guys? Podium here, and it's that time of the week again. It is ASR Hungary race review, and for this race, I was feeling okay for it. Hungary is definitely not one of the best tracks on the calendar, so I was just hoping for sort of damage limitation. Have a good race. There's not that many people turning out for this race, so my only aim was to really get points, keep it clean, get points, maybe have some good battles along the way. Improve things from Silverstone, where I had a pretty meh race. If you haven't watched it, then go check it out. But this is my fastest qualifying lap. The qualifying lap right at the end of the session. We're in P9 at the moment, as my other lap wasn't the world's best, and I knew I could definitely improve it. So we're going through the first sector now. It's a pretty tidy first sector, very nice for turn 4 there. It's very easy to either cut or track extend. Going through that corner is very awkward, especially if you're on the traction. If you hit that curb, you are straight into the wall. We're going through the chicane, quite nice and tidy. We lock up a little bit going to that corner. We miss the apex slightly, so that's cost a little bit of time, but not too bad. And so through the fast corners in this track, very nice committed through that corner. I actually quite like that corner there. You just drop down a gear and turn in, hope for the best. Through that corner, very nice. A little bit on the curves. I have to exit a little bit. Through this corner, miss the apex once again, but not too bad, quite early in the traction. And we're going towards the final corner, so pretty good lap so far. So this can definitely get us well into the 120s. DRS, it could have gone a little bit earlier in the traction, but still good. Going to the line is P5, so not too bad as we retire from the race. Retire from qualifying at the end there. So, and that actually gets us P6 in the grid, so we're going to have to improve. But just look at the times, we're only half a second off pole. And the actual top 9 are covered by 7/10. Well, the top 8 are covered by pretty much half a second. That is crazy how close the people are in this league now, as New Zealand Ryan got pole in the end. So, yeah, this race should actually be really quite interesting if we're all that close. And the stress sheet is a 2-stop, so let's see how that goes. Tyre wear here isn't as bad as Silverstone. So hopefully I can stick to that and get a 2-stop. If you do a 3-stop, obviously, it just costs you more time in the pits. And we don't want that. We want to keep track position, especially around here as it's quite difficult to overtake. So we want to try and get a nice clean start for this grid today as we're, at the end of the formation lap. It's a dry race, obviously. Going to be dry for the whole weekend, really. Apologies about looking back all the time. That's just my way of wanting this race to get on with. As a tired away from the grid now as we go to the black screen. Being held a little bit as unfortunately Declano looks like he has a bit of a glitch and he's actually disconnected from this race. It's very unfortunate for him. I think he was down 10 for something. But no, we've got the 5 lights. We've been held quite a while and away we go. We hesitate quite a bit on the start. And that is a pretty poor start from us there. Height's already got us on the left. We've got a McLaren going down the right-hand side. It's KMP4. We're in the middle, getting squeezed a little bit. As we've got 4 wide into turn 1. It's just about ends well. We get touched on the outside by Chimchar, but no contact with anyone. A very clean start as the McLaren there got forced out wide. We got the position back ahead of him. HarryRyan, through all of that, went down the inside of turn 1 and benefited. It was now up to P6. A very good start from HarryRyan. But that's very clean from everyone. There's been no spinners, no crashes. I don't think there's even any front wing loss on that first corner, so very clean from everyone. As we go through the corner, now we touch it back of HarryRyan. It's going very slow through there. Well, obviously that was my fault a little bit. Just lucky we didn't lose any damage, lose any front wing, or spin the car, which would have been even worse. As we go through the sector now, we can already see that we might have the pace on HarryRyan. As again, there's apex, we're actually feeling quite quick off the bat now. So hopefully we can get in front of HarryRyan and challenge the front guys as soon as possible. As he goes a little bit wide on the curb. So we think about a look down the inside there, but okay, can't really do it. But we're much closer now. We're thinking about a move once again, but just want to keep it nice and clean. Don't go for any impatient moves this early on the race. It goes very wheel spinny on the exit. So HarryRyan really is struggling in this open part of this race. We're all over the back of him. KMP4 is also all over the back of me. A bit of a cautious exit for me means that KMP4 is right in the back of us. It's put under pressure a little bit. We defend the middle of the road and brake as late as possible for turn 1. HarryRyan breaks even later and he's going wide on the curb. We've got KMP4 on the inside. We get right to the left of the Mercedes as he goes very wide and very slow on the exit. We're going to go down the inside into turn 4. And that's a clean overtake. HarryRyan backs out of it, and we're up to P6. I thought he was going to get overtaken by Kane before there. Turns out I just overtook HarryRyan instead. As he thinks about it into turn 4, but he's just too far back there. Yeah, it's too far back to have a go to that corner. Not really placing a dive bomb. But anyway, this is lap 3 now. This is Greek Master and Gorshkap just up the road from me and Height in P5 and 6. But they're battling over the podium positions for the moment. As Greek has a good run on my teammates. He's looking down the inside of turn 2. And they're going side by side. Gorshkap is holding it round the outside. And there's a bit of contact on the exit. And that's Greek losing his front wing. And he goes very wide. And relinquishes the position to both me and Height as I'm close right in the back of the Ferrari. But unfortunately, muck up a turn-in point for turn 4. And that's a justified warning there. And unfortunately, I can reveal that during this race, I did actually get a time penalty for corner cutting. Only one, though, so keep that in mind. That will shape the results of the race in the end. But then there's another onboard replay. So Greek Master now going side by side of X-Fitcho. And there's another bit of contact, and Greek comes off worse once again. Lucky to keep it out of the wall. Very nicely controlled by Greek Master there. As in now onto lap 4. Height pitted a few laps ago. I'm not quite sure why. It might be a drive-through penalty or something. But once again, we're quite cautious through the final corner. We probably could have been much earlier on the power. But the McLaren there thought about the inside. I defended it quite nicely, and he went round the outside. Broke himself quite nicely. We actually broke a bit too early, even. And now we're going side by side. Beer Wisman on the exit. He has DRS, obviously. So he's looking pretty good down the inside of turn 2. Now we're holding it round the outside. Surely KMP4 can't get the position now. He's going round the outside turn 3. We keep it clean. And he gets the position. Hats off to KMP4. That was a good move by him. I don't mind if I'm not salty if I get overtaken, especially if it's a good move like that. Very nice and clean. I mean, Greek Master, both times he went side by side through turn 3, there was contact, and this time it was completely clean. As we looked to be quite quick, a bit quicker than I came before through the second sector, but through the third sector, it's poured away from me. But that was a good battle there with KMP4. We're both in the same party as well, so it's kind of awkward. As we look up our entrance there to the pit lane, as we only just slow down in time for the pit lane speed limiter. But as you can see, I'll go to the menus through the pit stop, and that's because Team Marduk has lagged out of this race. Unfortunately, I've missed the clip where he actually lagged out, but he is not in this lobby anymore. He was in a good position, I think 2nd place even, and that's a real shame for him, as I tried to invite him back, but there was no option to invite him to game, which is really annoying. So there's not much I could do. Both KMP4 and X-Victor tried at 7 points during the race as well, and we just couldn't do anything. There's no way of inviting him back, which is a bit of a shame. But that's just one of those things. And the safety car has now been employed as Height has retired from the race. I'm not quite sure how or why he's retired, but that's a bit of unfortunate timing for me, as everyone else pitted under the safety car, and I obviously pitted about a lap or 2 early. I pitted then just to make sure I didn't get held up by Gorshkap. I could have actually extended my stint a little bit, as I felt tyre wear was actually not bad for this race, as I'm getting patient, getting held up by the AI car of Team Marduk, who wouldn't count for this race if he can't rejoin back. But there was a bit of a stop-starty restart there from the lead. I think it's actually my teammate Gorshkap who stayed out, I believe. We're going on the safety car restart. Obviously, we're going to get past the AI car with ease. I think he's on Legend AI, so it should easily be quicker than him. Yeah, so obviously we go down the inside. I didn't even need to take an inside line there, but it's just habit. As we've got X-Fitcho, the 2 McLarens, we've got New Zealand Ryan and Gorshkap ahead. As I just have no confidence on the medium tyres on the safety car restart. I'm being too cautious. I'm not pushing the car as much, and that's decided hockey. But opportunistically, really going down the inside, as I just felt like I had no grip. I don't know why. I just wasn't acclimatizing to his medium tyres on the restart, and that's decided hockey. Round the outside, we looked round the outside there as he left the door open for the middle to a corner. But unfortunately, we're understeering so much for the final corner, and that's Chimchar just taking full use of it. Is easily down the inside. Thought about a dive bomb back, but. Really, I had to be more committed than that. I mean, I think he even left the room, so that's good on him. But we're dropping positions like flies now. This is HarryRyan. He's on the super soft though, to be fair. The 2 guys ahead were also on the soft tyres, so To be fair, they are quicker than me on the restart for a reason, but oh well. And that's HarryRyan now past this. We're just being too cautious. I don't know why. Just in a few laps after the safety car restart, I was just being too cautious and just not battling enough. I just wasn't quick enough either. As that's Greekmaster also on the medium tyres. As he's looking down the inside of turn 1, we're actually finding our feet a little bit now. We're improving our pace slightly. Enough to keep Greekmaster at bay as he tries to hold it around the outside of turn 2. That's not going to work, buddy. I shut the door on you. And he has to stay in P8 for now as we're going through the second sector. We've got yellow flag, and that looks to be someone who's spun ahead. Who is it? It looks like it's ex-Vitcho, and that's a real pain for him. I mean, if only we could see his point of view of what happened, but oh wait, he's not going to upload it. Oh. As now we're on to lap 19, and we've got Gorsh Crab ahead, who's unfortunately retired. He's spun into the wall. That's a real shame for my teammate. Spun into the wall in the second sector. So easy to do on that curb though, just on the traction zone. And we're going to have a close look at what happened with KM before. He was just behind my teammate. But that's devastating points lost for Williams. He was in a very good position in P3 as well. Yeah, you can see he just catches the outside curb and just spins it into the wall. Not much you can do at that point. You're a passenger, and that's a real shame. But virtual safety car is actually deployed due to the accident, and this is perfect time for me because it means we get a free pit stop all under virtual safety car. As we're going to switch obviously to the medium, another set of medium tyres as we slow down for the pit lane speed limiter. I was actually hoping to extend my stint and go on softs at the end. But really, this will just save more time and get me better track position for the end. Maybe I have to do a bit of defending, I'm not quite sure. But either way, it should be good for us, as Chimchar also did the same thing ahead. I think someone else did it ahead of him as well. That might be New Zealand Ryan, or it might be HarryRyan, I'm not quite sure. But safety car, virtual safety car still out, so we have gained a bucket load of time. We actually jumped KM before. You can see him now behind us on the track. We've actually jumped him in that virtual safety car, so that's worked out a real treat. And as you can see, well, you can see why he lost so much time into the virtual safety car. He was battling as such with Tim Marduk's AI car, who was just going so slow and sticking to the Delta. And I don't know why he tried to get the position, even though he knew it wouldn't work. And the virtual safety car, and then the AI car isn't actually going to overtake him, and he stops dead on track. And then the illegal overtake just goes away for some reason. So that's just some confusing mini glitches there. I actually lost position to HarryRyan, so it's a bit unfortunate for him. But now we actually find ourselves in P4. I don't know how we got to this such good position, but pitting into the virtual safety car has worked out a real treat. Chimchar is only about 1.5 seconds up the road. He's not far. He is within striking distance. We're now into P3 as Greekmaster had also pitted. He didn't pit in the virtual safety car. He's now pitted and emerged behind us. But lap 27, the gap is now down to 1.2 seconds. So we are closing in little by little on Chimchar ahead. He has very excellent pace, though, it must be said. Very consistent. But in this final part of the race, we're not making any mistakes either. And we're pulling away from the guys behind, which is HarryRyan came before and Greekmaster. And as you can see, they're embroiled in their own little battle. As Greekmaster tries to go down the inside of KM before he forces him out wide a little bit, and that was a bit of a necessary contact between the two drivers there. Bit clumsy, but they both got away with it. And now at the end of that 31, we're going to look at the tyre scaling. It's now 58, the worst tyre. We can just about get these tyres to the end if we need to. If we need to, though, we can pit for an extra time and still emerge out in P3. That's how much of a gap we have behind us. But come the final lap, we just about hung on. We actually lost a little bit of time, as I was quite worried about tyre wear, and I was just focused on not looking up, not doing anything silly on the tyres in the final few laps. I wanted to make sure we didn't fall out 3 seconds race with Chimchar in case he had a few more penalties than me. But either way, it's going to be P3, my first podium in the league. That's Hungary, a track I thought points were the best hope for me, but P3 at Hungary, I literally couldn't be happier. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed if I can get past Chimchar in the end, but I suppose I had a penalty anyway, so even if I got past, I would have finished behind him. But yeah, I'm just happy. I mean, true, we got lucky. That virtual safety car came out at a perfect time, But then I guess you could say the safety car came out at a worse time, so sort of neutralised that a little bit. And sure, I got lucky that Gorge Crab spun out, and X-Vitcher spun out, and Ben lagged out. But a podium's a podium. I'm going to take it. I mean, like, you don't see Ricciardo miserable on the podium in the 3 races he's now won because the guys behind had problems. No, of course, he's got a podium. He still earned it. So I'm gonna celebrate this podium. It's 15 points. I'm pretty pleased. Everything finally came right. I finally had some good luck in this league. Things came my way, and yeah, hats off to Chimchar once again for being really consistent. I was a tiny bit quicker through the stint. I was getting a little, and I just never got within DRS range, but it was close. New Zealand Ryan won. HarryRyan, has to be said, got P4, so hats off to him once again. And KMP4, yeah, P5, X-Vitcher, P6, decided to look at P7. And unfortunately, Ben's AR car won't count because he actually did an AI for most of that race. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the race. Smash the like button if you did, and I'll see you guys for the next race, which is Germany. So I'll see you guys then. Palms out.